My name is Ed Davis. I'm down here at Ed Davis Jazz at 2202 Broadway. It's going to be suite number 8. Come down and see us. Right now we're open by appointment. Go to our website, eddavisjazz.com. So after I learned to play the drums from this friend in the Army, I sort of let it go. I didn't play much. I had other things I was doing. And over time, you lose that skill. And I actually forgot how to play the drum.
Okay.
And later on, I happened to be in San Francisco, and there was a place called Drum World. And Tony Williams was there, Miles Davis, prodigy drummer at 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best jazz drummer ever. And so I said, well, I'm going to go and look into this. And I ended up joining, and he had group lessons where there was maybe 10 of us. And we paid a decent amount of money to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And he started us out on a drum pad using the traditional stick method. And then he moved us to different parts of the drum. So here we have the drum set, and this is a typical jazz setup with 2 toms, a mounted tom, a floor tom, and a snare, and a bass drum. And then with the cymbals, you have what they call a hi-hat that can be played closed or open. You have here's what's called a crash, which is used for crashing. And usually when we crash, we will follow it with a bass kick drum. And here we have a ride, which we usually ride the music, keep the time with the music. A jazz ride beat would be something like, or rock, they might use the bell, more cutting sound. And then you put it together and you might come up with a beat, a typical rock beat. And each week we would add another piece of the drum set and another piece and another piece. And he was a very, very good drummer, very loud in volume. And if you know about his drums, the yellow drums with the red trim. But he was a really cool guy. And then later on, I ended up in LA, and Billy Higgins had a place called the World Stage. Pretty much what is my inspiration for this place. The World Stage was a place that anybody could come. It was open every day. It was free to all. On Thursday nights, they had a jam session. And if you could afford it, they had a little box that you could put $5 in.
Okay.
But if you couldn't afford it, it was no deal. It was there. The World Stage was there for anybody to come that had a love for music and play. And Billy was there a lot. On any given night, a Hollywood celebrity or musician might show in. Usto Amara, I think he was in there a lot. And others that I can't think of right now.
Okay.
I was there for about 3 or 4 years, and then I left LA and came back here. I also, while I was in LA, Nick Martinez, a golden era drummer, the likes of the Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa, he was there, and I took lessons from him as well. So I got my drumming together and everything, and it was okay for a while. After I left LA, again, I stopped playing, and finally, when I retired, I decided I was going to open up this place.
Okay.
And so I'm still getting my chops back.
I understand.
Because they've been in the closet for, or as they say, the woodshed for quite a while.
Yeah. Okay. Why do you think this is something important for the young ones to learn music?
A lot of kids need direction and a family and a place to go with examples of how to be successful or how to act. And so places like this offer that, as well as a quality education in music. And I can say, when I was at the world stage, Kamasi Washington was there.
Okay.
He was about 13, 14 years old. And even at that time, he played the saxophone like a John Coltrane. And then years later, I'm watching a TV show called Homeland. The last episode, Kamasi's band is playing in the episode as the main characters are doing their last acting for that show.
Yeah.
He was just here, downtown San Antonio.
Very true.
And so he started in a place like this. And so a lot of people can't afford a quality education in music lessons, but a place like this can give that for next to nothing. And who knows, maybe they grow up and become a successful musician and tour the world.
That's the desire of a lot of people to be able to learn an instrument and become efficient in order to make a living doing it, because it's, everybody enjoys music, it feeds your soul. But if those aren't your goals and your destinations, you just want to play the music for your own personal benefit, entertaining people around the house, so on and so forth. Do you think learning music kind of hones their skills on other things, like discipline, so on and so forth? Yeah,
music is another language.
Okay.
And it's a universal language that doesn't require words. And the music itself can bring people together that may otherwise not be together. It's also math.
Okay. Break that down.
Well, the musical notes are basically math, as in you have 8 notes, quarter notes, half notes, 16 notes. So you're picking up a little bit of that as well. And then there's language where when you're reading music, some of the language is in Italian. And so you'll pick up maybe that as well. And it just gives you a better overall outlook on life itself, and learning to be very good on an instrument. The drums help you be very coordinated. If you're a motorcycle rider, you can relate to playing the drums because all your limbs are doing something different at different pace. But music in general is just a great thing. We have a lot of people like myself. I didn't want to be a starving musician. And so I never went out and tried to be professional. On more than one occasion, I had people that would come up and see me play and say, "Hey, you want to play drums in our band?" And it's just something for myself. And a lot of people are like that for the enjoyment. There's when you play something really, really well, it's almost like a natural high,
Real.
and that in itself is rewarding. And a lot of times maybe you're frustrated and you beat your frustration out,
Yeah.
or you're happy at the end of what you did because you were able to accomplish a rudiment or a technique that maybe was harder to succeed at before.
Let me give you one of my little stories. So back in the day, junior high school, my brother used to play trombone. He was in the school band, and they went to state and so on, and he was accomplished and so on and so forth. So when I got to that level, I was junior high, I wanted to play an instrument also. We kind of grew up in a musical background. My father, when we were in the Philippines, he had a man cave. Him and his friends get together on Friday nights. They play pinochle, a lot of jazz coming out, constantly hearing jazz. At the time, I was like, what is this? But over time, it attached itself to my soul. So I went into junior high, to play the saxophone.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of artists that I liked. I liked the sound of the saxophone and so on and so forth. So went to high school, went in to join the band. Mom and dad were going to spring for an instrument, so you got to get what you can get. So here's the deal: they had no saxophones that weren't available. They had a bass clarinet.
Okay.
They had a bass clarinet. So I was like, okay. So I took the bass clarinet and I tried it out for a year or so, and I'm like, I can't get no women playing a bass clarinet, man. I just can't do it. And
you might be able to.
Well, no, it's just not. Saxophone is that thing.
Yeah.
But it was just my lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
It was just my lack of knowledge because bass clarinet, it can easily transfer over to a saxophone.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I put it down and I kept on moving. But I think that there's like my niece, for instance. My brother's daughter, she's like 3, 4 right now, and she's on the keyboard. She's doing her thing, and it's something that, and you can tell she's feeling. She don't know what she's doing.
Right. Figuring it out.
Yeah, she's just figuring it out. I think it's key for kids to have something like that they can, how would you say, express themselves.
Right.
Experiment with.
Yeah.
And like you said, it'll help hone other skills that they're trying to develop. I think what you're doing with this institution is really, really cool. It would be great in 10, 15 years from now, and we have some musicians that are coming out of what you've put together here. They're playing in San Antonio or they're playing on the road. I got my first lesson at Ed Davis Jazz. That would be great.
It would be.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for that.
Yeah. Are there any other instruments you deal with besides drum?
Well, we have this baby grand piano over here, and I'm not a piano player. I mean, I can dabble with it.
Yeah.
But eventually we plan to have an instructor down here who is a master pianist that will be able to do workshops and teach piano as well. And then any other artists that come in that want to donate their time and they play saxophone or guitar or whatever, we'd love to have them come in. We want to do what we call a youth orchestra,
Okay.
especially for the kids, and try and bring in a professor from the university or something, or somebody from the symphony to help organize and run that for us, like a real orchestra or symphony, just for kids.
Okay.
And one of the things that I like about music is that our brain has two sides, and one side is cognitive and the other side is creative. And our kids' creative side is being shut down, where they're taking music out of the schools. And that really helps them think if they have that side open.
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to let kids come in here and create.
Okay.
Not only music, we're going to have arts and crafts, where they can paint and draw. We're going to have chess, where they can learn how to play chess and strategize and think ahead. Also checkers and dominoes.
Gotta do the bones.
That's right.
Yeah.
But our primary function here is to play music,
Absolutely.
have jam sessions, have open mics, have concerts, and lessons. And the starving musician thing, there's a lot of people out there that love music, know how to play an instrument, but don't have anywhere to play it or anyone to play with.
Yeah.
And so this can be the place where they can come and gather and play as a group or band, as long as they want, And the rule is, if we have a full house, let's say you're on the drums, you get 3 songs, then you let the next drummer come up, they get 3 songs until it makes itself back around, and then you can come back up.
So let me ask you, how often, as a aspiring musician wanting to take lessons from you, what's the frequency? How often can they come? How often can they come in? How long are the sessions?
Well, we're getting ready to start the drum lessons here, and the drum lessons will be on Monday, and they will be grouped. And we'll be here for maybe an hour, hour and a half. And that one time a week, they go home and they practice. Eventually, I'd like to be open every night. Maybe one night we have drum lessons, another night we have singing, another night we have spoken word, another night we might host comedians, and they have workshops and they work on their craft. Actors. So we want to be open every night, doing something different, offering different things to everybody.
Yeah. Do I need a headband?
You're all right.
All right.
So, the first thing, that's good. You're using your feet.
Yes.
And you're opening the hi-hat and closing. And you can open it and close it fast.
Okay.
Try that. Or you can open it. Yeah, there you go. And then you can hit the crash. Now hit the crash and the kick on the bass drum at the same time. And then you have the ride. I want you to just try to go ding, ding, a ding, ding, a ding, ding, a ding.
Here?
On the ride here. Very good. Good. And that's your basic ride pattern. All right? So what I want you to do is I want you to try and play a beat any way that it feels. I want it to sound like this. Okay. Now take what you were doing on the snare and try it on the hi-hat. Take your time. Take your time.
So just
dot 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 dot. Okay. Try keeping the hi-hat closed, and when you hit the hi-hat, I want you to hit the snare. Dot dot dot. Go ahead.
Same time.
Yep. Close the hi-hat.
Close the hi-hat.
And just go dot 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 dot. Go ahead. Dot dot dot. And then while you're doing dot 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 dot, hit the snare one time. Go ahead. Now I want you to add the kick.
Okay.
When you feel the kick should come in. Go ahead and do what you were doing. Good, good. Now, from there, how about that? How about that? From there, I want you to hit the toms. I want you to go da 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 da, and then kick and crash at the same time. Da, da. That's it.
You know the only reason why I was able to do that, right?
Why?
Because you're a good teacher.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
Come on, man. Give me some more.
I got you.